Hello, everybody. Sorry we couldn't make it to Uncle Tom's memorial celebration. We got a lot going on here in Phoenix, but I did want to at least send something. You guys asked for pictures or some stories about Uncle Tom. I don't have any stories, funny stories, I guess, although he did have a lot of good stories that he told us over the years. But the one thing I wanted to share was something that I thought was really special about Uncle Tom. Um, he was he was somebody that always would make somebody feel special. At least I can say that for myself. There were things that he did that made him a great uncle, great person. And they may seem like little things, but over the years, I remember them, and I remember how special he made me feel. I'll share a couple of those with you. I'm sure that you have others that you could add. I'll start off with when I was younger. Uncle Tom was single, and he used to come over and visit his nephews over in Phoenix from time to time. And at a very young age, I was probably 6 or 7, I remember he taught me how to play chess. And I thought that was so cool because I thought that was for grown-ups and big people. But he showed me how to play chess. He was very patient with me. And every time he would come over, we'd play a game of chess. And I remember how neat that was that I learned how to play chess at such a young age. And it was really special when I finally beat him. I'm still not sure whether I really beat him or he let me beat him, but I felt pretty good about it. And it was after a few years after our first chess game. Another thing that was very special was when I was young, I was in the hospital a couple of times with pneumonia. And I remember him coming all the way over from California to see me in the hospital, which I thought was pretty cool. One of the other things that I recall, and this was probably mostly me and Rick, he came over and he had his Ford Thunderbird convertible. It was a pretty jazzy car for that time, and he would take I can't remember if, I think it had a sunroof on it or moonroof, and he would pull that back and we would get to stand up with our heads sticking out of the roof, and he would drive around the neighborhood. And we just thought, well, that was so cool to be able to do that. Another thing I remember, this was, this is before Uncle Tom got married to Aunt Marlene, probably just prior to it. I was probably about 11 and Rick was 10, and so that would make Ken about 6. And you wouldn't see this in today's world, but my parents put us on a bus, just 3 boys, and we took a trip over to visit Uncle Tom and stay with him probably for a long weekend. And we were by ourselves on the bus, but we felt pretty cool that we were able to ride the bus, and he picked us up and took us over to his apartment. We spent the weekend with him, and we thought that was pretty cool, spending the weekend over in California with our uncle and being able to ride the bus. So that was pretty neat. And then when he did get married, I think I was 12 and Rick was 11, and he asked us to be ushers. And once again, we thought that was so cool to be able to be an usher at the wedding. We were about half the size of all the other attendants, but nevertheless, we thought it was really cool. I can still remember what I wore, and it once again made us feel very special. And then one other thing that I'll mention is I remember when I graduated from 8th grade. I don't think I had a hair on my face, but he got me a Norelco electric shaver, and I didn't know what to think about it because I had never shaved. I had no reason to shave at that time, and I had this. But I felt very mature and very special because I had this razor. Well, it sat in my closet for probably about 2 or 3 years, and I think my dad used it before I did. when his broke down. But nevertheless, I thought that was pretty cool that when I was able to, when I did start getting a couple whiskers, I had a shaver already that I could go ahead and shave with. And one last thing, yeah, I remember him coming over. I was getting close to graduating from high school and had no intention of going to college. He took me to, I can't remember, it was lunch or dinner, and spent a couple hours talking to me and not putting any pressure, but just having me think about, I probably should go to college, probably a good idea. Even though I was totally against it, I had no intention, no desire whatsoever to go to college. And a few years later, after I got out of high school, I did return to college, and I'm sure that his words were in the back of my mind, reminding me that that was a good thing to do. So, just a few things to share. Not terribly funny, but very special person, very special man. Feel very fortunate to have him as my uncle, and I'm sure you guys feel all this the same way, in that you had a chance to know him for the short time he was with us. God bless you all, and hope to see you soon.